Yeah, I can. Cool, cool, cool. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Stay hydrated. Hi, kitty. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I do want to warn you, this game features a lot of graphic content, and I know there were some things you didn't want to hear in D&D. It's just your warning now, because I do cares about you, and I don't want you to get traumatized. But there's your warning. If you want to stick around, then how? All right. What side? What? The side stories are stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 stories, try writing poems for different characters by viewing their special scenes. Wow. Thank you. Don't worry. All right. Cool. Let's go ahead and hop into a game. Wait, we got more pictures? Hold on. I want to see. Oh, I love that. This is a cute one. The center one. Oh, her with the cookie. Oh, golly. That's very direct. I can set him as my wallpaper. Hold up. Let's do this one. Let's see. Set as wallpaper. Achievement unlocked. Air. Oh, it's so cute. Look at it. I love that. Doki Doki Literature Club. Yeah, plus Doki Doki Literature Club plus. But yes. And we also unlocked a little bit more music. Okay. All right. So last we left off, I believe, was day 3. Sayori's starting to act a little funky, for those of you who do know what's going on. And other than that, it was just your normal average day. Bean got that. I'm telling you, bud. We got all the mods. Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. Alright, so we're going for Natsuki. So it was verbs, if I remember correctly, like fly, jump, hop, crawl. Milk, I believe, is one because she likes cooking. Yeah, there we go. Silly might work. Sweet, I think sweet's going to be the one. Party, we got a party. Yeah. No! What? Okay, fine. Question, rose, charm, pleasure, flying. Flying! What? Okay, alright. We're already starting this off a great start. Whistle, meager, branker, marshmallow. It's gotta be marshmallow. 100% gonna be marshmallow. Okay. Right now, it's tied between Sayori and, Natsuki. Unending, amazing, captive, email, sunset, socks, defeat, fully, destiny. Wait, hold on. Ooh. Which one's gonna be for Natsuki here? We need something cute. Unending is not gonna be it. Amazing might be it because it's a very simplistic word. While Yuri would be fascinated with destiny or maybe captive. Sing. What do you guys think? Amazing or sing? Amazing? I think amazing too, just because it's such a simplistic word. Damn it! Alright, twirl, infinite, calm, wonderful, vertigo, dark, cry, feather, whirlwind, judgment. Oh. Cry? No, cry is too sad. Natsuki wouldn't like that. Twirl. There we go. Beauty, laugh, anxiety, melancholy. Fluffy, misery, fear, desire, joy, tears. Fluffy. Okay. Alright, Natsuki's back in the lead. Let's go. Disarray, incapable, vanilla. Vanilla. Disoriented, lucky, music, chocolate, pain, sugar, mouse. I think it's gonna be sugar, right? Ah, easy dubs. Let's go. Universe, bunny, anger, headphones, broken, afterimage, bouncy, determination, skirt, fantasy. It's either going to be bunny or bouncy. I feel like bouncy is the safer choice, but I'm going to go with bunny. Cool. Graveyard, summer, smile, tragedy, bubbles, grief, portrait, family, pure, candy. I'm going to go with bubbles because I know Sayori has a massive sweet tooth. Embrace, anime, color, Papa. We gotta go Papa. We always gotta go Papa every single time. Hot girl summer. What is that even? Where's the context for that? Despise, sunny, fireworks, starscape, philosophy, clumsy, waterfall, aura, puppy, vacation. Time, nibble, sadness, uncontrollable, alone, unstable, analysis, sparkles, climax, and boop. Let's go with boop. Oh, summer was one of the options. Kitty, you're in the poem. Unalive, promise, peace, imagination, entropy, agonizing, dance, wrath, unrestrained. I think it's gonna be Kitty. We're gonna go for Kitty. Let's go. Atone, fun, friends, hop, excitement, treasure, rainbow, ambient, disaster, flower. Bliss, dazzle, special, vibrant, together, cute, pout, festive, ocean, love. I think it'll be cute. Unrestrained, we have to. Strawberry, happiness, memories, lipstick, warm swimsuit. A warm swimsuit. Horror, cage, unrequited, essence. I think it's gonna be strawberry. Shame, spinning, lust, landscape, uncanny, vivid, parfait, infallible, extraordinary, or bed. Let's go with parfait. Play, peaceful, insight, clouds, fickle, pink, lollipop, daydream, poof, kiss. Let's go with poof. Loud, eternity, fireflies, nightgown, cheeks, shiny, valentine, nature, marriage, empty. Ah, man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club, and now picking up piano. I got sneeze so bad. Oh, no. I might have to go blow my nose. Laundry has been started and you are back. Welcome back. Oh, man. I shouldn't have ate a mouthful of cilantro. It's messing with me. It's all I could taste. Starting this club, and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm sure happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where you get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Also chomped a pork chop and I had resting for like the last 10 minutes. Let's go. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look for, too. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Alright. Okay. It's too juicy. Very juicy. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Oh my god. You know, I didn't understand that the first time I played this, but I love that now. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyways. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyways? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at the desk at the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey Sayori. I whip my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. It's in there. It's in there and it won't come out. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori, but before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed, with everyone back to their usual activities. Oh. Maybe I should ask Mana if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through the papers at her desk. Bean, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading maybe I'm reading into it a little too much. But she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Bean. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. Alright guys, I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I got the runniest nose ever. I'm gonna go blow my nose real quick. I apologize. Alright, I should have bought us a few moments of time. I wonder if we're going to get the moment. We are 100% going to get the moment today. It is the plus one the same story as the free one? Yes and no. It is the same story. It's the same concept. It's the exact same thing. But it has additional pictures. It has additional scenarios. It has additional things that can happen. Additional things that will happen. It just has more content. My allergies have been a bit of pain today. This is something you guys are gonna have to get used to until winter comes again. As soon as it starts becoming spring or summer, it's just me in a constant state of like, hello everybody, and welcome to yet another stream. And today we're gonna be doing also, being able to create that sound without any actual gunk in my throat was... I have no idea how I made that sound. That was actually really cool. Oh my god. Imagine having allergies. What an up. Content warning. Yes, it's a content warning, bud. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Someone should have clipped that. I use it on Use it on D&D to play as one of the NPCs. I would 100% love to if I ever became a DM. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Eh? Are you sure about that? She seemed like she really wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the one person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Bean. Me? How on earth will you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? Eh? She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. I don't think I could do that voice again. Buddy, Gem, I am actually super excited for your tournament today. Maybe it's because it's the first time I'm ever going to be participating in a tournament, but all of last night, all of today, all of the past few days, I've just been super excited for it. I'm also you're also we getting clapped, boys. So who are you with? Chop? Let me see. I don't think I could do it with that voice, but I could try doing Stitch with Ohana means family, and family never gets left behind. Yellow Jeb and oh my god, it's all over. Not even High can beat them. Sari is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Bean. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful because that's just how she is when you're around? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. I can't wait for Bean to lose round 1. Well, okay, so technically I've joined a tournament before. It was a Brawl Ball or whatever it was tournament. And I did lose round 1. It was me and Devious. Hakuna Matata. It means no worries for the rest of your days. What up, sexy? How you doing, Flash? I haven't seen you in Momo's Discord anymore. Have you left? I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. You're fighting us? Wait, are you actually fighting us round 1? No way. I was about to say, well, looks like we really are losing round 1. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. Been dead, bro. Work beating me. Also, you better clap cheeks. Craft game. Hello there. How you doing, Craft? Welcome. I clipped it. Oh no. Oh no. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Hey, you. Eh? I look up to see Natsuki next to me. Are you just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so... sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried. I was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. That's right. Something just came up for a minute, but we can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez. Now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, then you could just tell me to leave you alone and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. That's so adorable. What happened? She either clipped me... not... Hey, brought me... I love that. How you doing, Natsuki? We're currently going for the Natsuki ending. She practically mumbles that last part. Nah, I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I've just been thinking about Sayori, that's all. Sayori? Thinking about her. Welcome to the stream, you two. I like to act as... Okay, so... One time I was playing this game. I don't remember the name of the game. I'd have to look it up. You know what? Let me... I have it on my completed games, I believe. Let me check. Soma. There was a game called Soma. And in that game, there's a computer who's with you the entire time. At one point, you find out that this computer was once a person, and you actually go through their stuff. You find their room. And so, apparently, someone came into my chat with their exact name and was yelling at me for going through their drawers and stuff like, this is my personal, like, belongings. Why are you going through my underwear? I'm trying to find clues. Listen, I know this is probably not what you want. So, here I am, having a small skirmish with someone pretending to be in the game. It was one of the most entertaining and fun things that I had done, and the fact that someone actually is out there just looking for people to play Soma and watching them, waiting for them to get to that one part, it just it brings me joy that someone can find like just so much like happiness from that one thing, and it's just I love it. I love it. Yeah, she seems pretty down today, but she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. Well, we can do that for you. Natsuki and I have a lot of back and forth in the chat. Do you? Let's go. Natsuki exhales. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyways, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Then in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, sis probably just doesn't want you to worry about it because it's not important. Yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. See, I tried to respect people like that. Like, if someone tells me they don't want to be, or like they want to be left alone, I will do my best to leave them alone, but I'll be sitting there like, I need to know what is wrong with this person. Are they okay? Are they gonna like pull a Sayori on me the next day? Like, what the heck's gonna go on? Like, I want to message them. I want to spam them, and it's so difficult for me to just sit there and be like, yeah, go ahead, do your thing. I'll be here. Hit me up when you need me. Before I start to get in character, I will tell you a bit about myself. I'm she, her. I'm currently residing in Japan. That's cool. That's awesome. When I was younger, I eventually wanted to move to Japan, but now, as cool as Japan is, I'm more focused on places where I've met people with ungodly internet, and I love the cold. And I found someone who has like over 400 upload speed. I have 11 upload speed. So I'm like, if I could get that for streaming, I would gladly dedicate my life and soul to Canada. So my goal is to one day go to Canada and become Canadian. What do you think? I love those emotes. They're adorable. I'm a little unsure why they're oh, never mind. I was kind of thinking they were all like slightly individual emotes, but I just noticed that you just repeated them. I thought like each one of them had something slightly different with them. I like them a lot. I like them a lot. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious. Yeah. I should have thought of it that way from the start. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. The name makes them better. I'm using an overlay right now, so I can't check the name. Thank you so much for the follow, bud. I appreciate you. Welcome, Natsuki. Welcome both of you to the Bean family. Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you're worried about me, so. Wait, hold on. I heard a third. Wait, did I hear a third? Maybe it was my imagination. I'll be back later. Gonna go grind out some Radical Red. Good luck, Shu. Also, don't forget the Osu grind. I can tell you. Yes, tell me the names. Bean, be less of a nub while I'm gone? Listen, man, what can I say? It is what it is. I was not. Geez, if you're fine, then let's hurry and get started already. Yeah. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Let's do Monica to make sure we did get the Sayori. Or, not Sayori. We did do Natsuki correctly. Hi, Bean. Have you thought about what you want to submit for the performance at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Sticking with the Natsuki style once more, I see. You really like Natsuki, don't you? That's... Oh, come on, Bean. It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day. Hello there. I know, when you... Oh, is this first playthrough? No. No, I've played... Well, yes and no. I've played the original Doki Doki Literature Club when it first came out, and it's been the only horror game. Like, I've played the 2 Outlast. Speaking of which, I'm making an Outlast 3 if you guys didn't know. I've played the 2 Outlast. I've played all of the Slender games. I've played hundreds, if not leaning towards thousands by this point, of horror games. But the only game to ever give me an actual panic attack was Doki Doki Literature Club. And I have no idea why. And that's why I'm always so fascinated with this game. So I have played the OG, but Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, I have not. So if there's anything new, then it'll be my first time seeing it. Pretending to like the manga that she's into, you know how Natsuki is. If I don't indulge her, she'll end up hating. What? I lied? I actually enjoyed that manga. Oh, damn. I'm telling you, our main character is he's booty. No, I think you're misunderstanding, Bean. It's not like Natsuki just hates anyone who doesn't give her what she wants. Yeah, she's assertive, but she's not that selfish. In fact, I think you're the only one who indulges her as much as you have. Is that so? I kinda knew that, but I just didn't want to admit it. So I just need to ask one thing of you. Be careful, please. Natsuki's kind of unpredictable. A lot of times she doesn't even know what she wants. After all, she's the youngest one here. She might not know how to handle her own feelings properly. What I'm saying is, if something bad happens, then it could end up damaging the club. That scared the heck out of me, and I have no idea why. Listen, Natsuki, it isn't what you think it is. I swear, I like your manga. You get the new things in a file digging and side story, and you should definitely play the side story. Oh, we're 100% going to do the side stories. I barely discovered them. I only stream DDLC mods. I'm not going to lie. The only mods I've seen of DDLC are mods that I cannot stream. And that's about where I'll leave it. Because one day I was like, I wonder if DDLC has any mods. And I looked it up, and I was like, oh. Alright, that's enough Google for today. I mean, it didn't me, right? I'm not sure how to respond to Monica. While I care about her and the club, it's also kind of unfair to bring that up. Well, I never got in trouble with fair enough. Well, you're smart. I'm sure you'll do the right thing. Monica smiles sweetly. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, right? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth, the lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost, adrift in the sky, victim of the current of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilit sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall, and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady knows everything, knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat. And I pick up a gust of wind. Never gone. A lot of mods with nudity have... Oh, do they? Nice. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers that are sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was just kind of on my mind. So that's what I wrote about. You know, I love being like, I love writing philosophical papers. Don't get got. game. Stay safe, bud. Bathroom? Sounds good. But I remember in my English class, I won't delve into the full topic of English class, but I remember I was so excited about being in college once that for my first English paper, we were tasked with writing a 2-page essay on what genre means. And I wrote a 5-page essay on what genre meant to me, just out of pure excitement. And I got an F because it was too philosophical. And I was heated, man. But it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. Never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you so surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. Oh, humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much effort into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? Welcome back, bud. Teacher is probably like, this is amazing, but I have to shame it. On God. I swear I could write papers better than she could. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Ah, man. Say Aaron. It's nice. I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else. Damn! Who's best girl? Natsuki is the correct... On God. I went for Yuri for my first playthrough, just because I ain't gonna lie. The mysterious, the purple hair, oh my God. The hair is what got me. The moment I saw the purple hair, I was like, this is the one. But, I ain't gonna front either. Natsuki, I kind of regretted not choosing Natsuki, so that's why I wanted to do it this time. Probably Natsuki. I swear that teacher had to be like this. This man wrote philosophy, and I have to give it an F. They probably felt so bad to give you that F. No, they didn't. Because for the entirety of that year, they continued to give me Fs. One time, I approached her, and I was like, Miss Mays, you have been giving me Fs the entire... Like, I went straight to her office. I went to the faculty, and I was like, where's this lady's office? I want it now. And Act 2, she has a great Easter egg. Ooh. So I found her office, and one time I approached her in her office. I was like, Miss Mays, you have been failing me since the start of the semester. What am I doing wrong? Here's my paper. Tell me what is wrong with it right now so I can fix it. And so she looked at it, she read it, she said, this is a really good paper. Just fix the citations here, and you see this quote? This is actually wrong. So what you want to do is, it's called a block quote or something like that. And you want to not indent it, but italicize it. And then I was like, okay, is there anything else? She's like, yeah, add a paragraph between here describing this more. And then don't forget to fix this quotation as well. I was like, okay, thank you. And so I took my paper, I went home, I fixed it, I removed the indent, italicized the block text, and then I turned it in. A few days went by, I come back, she gives me a 0 on the paper. I go up to her, I tell her, I'm like, Miss Mays, I did everything you told me to. What is wrong with this paper? And she immediately says, you didn't quote properly. It's wrong. Everything's wrong. It's plagiarism. You get an F. And I was like, okay. show me where the plagiarism is. And then she goes to the part where it was no longer indented and italicized, and she was like, you're supposed to indent and you don't italicize. That's called plagiarism. You get an F. I'm like, that's what you told me to do. Show me what else is wrong with this paper that isn't your fault. She's like, it's plagiarized. It's an F. I'm like, show me what's wrong with this paper. Where else? And it's plagiarized. It's an F. And she just walks away. I was so pissed, man. I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends. Just like I was hoping. Yeah, I failed that English class. I hard failed that English class. And she's still going there strong. She's still going there strong. That makes me really happy. Another thing that made me salty. Now I'm just ranting at this point, but another thing that made me salty was there was one time I called her out. I was like, Miss Mace, why are you having us do this? Why are you having us do this test if you haven't even taught us the papers yet? This is a part of our graded work. Like, this counts as a percentage of our grade. And her reply was, well, I want to see how much you guys know before I actually teach it to you. Like, bruh, I'm going to get an F on this paper because you haven't taught it to me and you're still going to count it as my grade? What? They're failing anyone she doesn't like, pretty much. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club. Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Bean. Sayori. Is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Sayori, you... Oh, we didn't even get to read her poem today! No! Oh well. Alright, Yuri it is. Yuri doesn't look too enthusiastic about spending time. Oh! I guess if she changed her mind, she'll come to me. But I would leave her be for now. Damn! Who should I show my poem to next? I don't miss school. At least you didn't have a corrupt dean of students in high school like I did. I never went to high school. That dude pissed me off so much. He still works there too. He needs to get fired. Oh man. Let's see. I can say with 10% confidence that I never looked up Natsuki on... bud. Listen. We don't need to know. You're certainly enthusiastic today. Of course. You know I like your writing. I'm just surprised. It seems like you had a lot of trouble admitting that before. Well, of course. Bean? What? What did I do, kitty? Wait, what did you... I wasn't a dropout. I was homeschooled. So I've never had a problem or anything like that. I've done quote unquote high school, but it was just me at home. Well, of course. I have a surprise for you later. Oh no, what have you done, kitty? What have you done? I just had to put you in place a little bit. It's not like I was shy or anything stupid like that, or jealous. I really wasn't jealous. Just because you happen to be a good writer. That's such a dumb thing to get jealous about. Natsuki. What? You're not very confident about your writing, are you? What are you talking about? My writing is obviously the best, right? It took me a while to figure out, but I think I finally did. Maybe Natsuki acts so arrogant because she's trying to make up for her own insecurities. If she acts like she's the best, then other people might think that way too. Right? Bean? Please just tell me you like my poems. I don't care if you hate them. Just please tell me I'm the best. I just really need to hear that from someone. There's gonna be so— oh no, what did you do, kitty? What did you do? I'm not jealous of your writing style. Natsuki, your writing style inspired me to write like this, okay? Honestly, you were lucky regular school sucks. I don't think so. I don't think so, Luna. I'm very envious of people who got to go to school, because instead of having like friends or people I could chat with or anything like that, I would go outside and let like flies land on me and have conversations with them. That sounds so sad, but you know what? I ain't even gonna lie. It was sometimes really nice to be able to just sit there and talk to the flies. Can I say Natsuki's problem? It's not very direct mention in-game. Not yet, bud. I don't want to know it just yet. Like, I do know a little bit about Natsuki's story, and I know what happens behind the scenes, but I don't want anything to be spoiled, only because I know there's a lot of people who haven't watched Doki Doki Literature Club who are watching it now in my stream. So I'm trying to keep this, for the most part, as spoiler-free as I can. Especially high school, because I learned much useless garbage. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in high school that high school that I can still use. Like, for example, my additions. Understandable. That's why I asked. Thank you for asking. But there's reasons I never share my poems before this, Natsuki. Because nobody ever takes me seriously. What's the point of sharing my poems if people just laugh and say, "That's so cute," just like you, Natsuki? Sometimes I don't want to be cute, but nobody understands that. I try real hard when I write. The style doesn't matter. The emotions are there. Why can't anyone see that? I just want— Natsuki trails off. Maybe it's because her lips started to quiver. I look down. Her fists are clenched really tightly. Hey, Natsuki. If you're not careful, you'll rip your own poem. I gently grab the poem with my own hand until she relaxes her grip on it. I place it flat on the desk and smooth out the wrinkles that she put into it. Don't read it. Before I can pick it back up, Natsuki snatches the poem from the desk. Damn! Thank you for treating me more than a cute bundle of sunshine. I got you, homegirl. I got you. Your high school sucked. I know a lot of people said high school sucked, but like I feel like almost everyone I've met said high school sucked. But I still would have loved the opportunity to experience how bad high school really was. It's not any good. And I know you hate my poems, so you don't have to read this one, okay? But I want to read it. Why? Because I like your poems. I really do. Why would I judge you for your style? It's not like my own style is anything crazy. I mean, it's true that the first time I read one of your poems, I didn't look much into it. But I know you better now. And it's wrong for Yuri to think your style is more amateur than hers. And Sayori, she always means well, but sometimes she's so focused on simple happiness that she doesn't understand what people really want. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about how hard it is for you. And I'm sorry if I was part of that problem. I understand now. You're not just cute. You're a lot more than that. Sheesh! Natsuki, you're doing it again. Once again, Natsuki clutches her poem a little too hard. She looks down, hiding her eyes from me. I never realized how difficult this was for her. But finally, she forces herself to extend her arm and set her poem back on the table. You can read it. My high school was not too bad, but I went to a charter school. I'm not sure what a charter school is. We focused on the oh, got it. Also, we individualized to the best of our ability. Fascinating. That's quite a unique concept to me. Just turn that way. I don't want you to look at my face right now. Okay, I will. Oh wow, this is a long one from Natsuki. Because you, tomorrow will be brighter with me around. But when today is dim, I can only look down. My looking is a little more forward, because you look at me. When I want to say something, I say it with a shout, but my truest feelings can never come out. My words are a little less empty, because you listen to me. When something is above me, I reach for the stars, but when I feel small, I don't get very far. My standing is a little bit taller, because you sit with me. I believe in myself with all of my heart. But what do I do when it's torn all apart? My faith is a little bit stronger because you trusted me. My pen always puts my feelings to the test. But I'm not a good writer. But my best is my best. My poems are a little bit drear because you think of me. Because you. You know, another reason why I really like Natsuki is because when I wrote poems, they were actually really similar to like this poem in specific reminds me of the poems that I used to write back when I used to write poems daily. And this is one of my favorite poems just because it really does just remind me like almost identical to the things I wrote. Classic is what we used instead of text. Classics is what we used instead of... Interesting. Why are you looking at me like that? If you don't like it, then just say it. I won't get mad. No, it's not like I don't like it. It was just a little surprising to read. I guess I'm just not used to hearing such nice things coming from you. Don't just say that, dummy. What do you think? The point of writing is expressing things that you can't just say. Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry for missing the point sometimes. I always mean well. And I'm happy you showed this to me. I liked it. Well, yeah. I'm pro, so... Natsuki mumbles, completely failing to sound confident like she usually does. Just... remember that... I can think of these things sometimes too. You're an amazing writer. Your style does influence me, IRL. Let's go. You know, when you're nice to me, it's... meaningful. I'm glad. Sensing Natsuki is satisfied, I started to hand the poem back to her, but as I do, Natsuki takes my hands and pushes them back away. Her small, soft hands surprise me with her assertion. I don't want it. Huh? Why not? I just don't. Jeez. I realize what Natsuki is doing. Unable to be honest, she's trying to give me the poem in a roundabout way. Well, in that case, I'm going to keep it. Instead of teasing her, I choose to go along with it. Good. If you didn't, I wouldn't... Never mind. Just... I'm glad you want it. Natsuki backpedals on her words and leaves it at that. Despite her best efforts to hide her expression, I can see her faintly smiling to herself. That's all for now, so... go put it away before someone sees it, okay? Yeah. I'll go do that. With that, I return to my seat, that I could put away Natsuki's poem. You can see my thoughts now, main character. Listen! To an extent. Sometimes our MC is a little bit of a douchebag, if I do say so myself. Like, oh my god, when we started this, I genuinely cannot stand our main character. He's such a horrible person. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is coming, foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Why do you think I call him dummy? Fair. In your books, maybe? Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times not to go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Did I miss? No, you didn't. You didn't. You didn't. Don't worry. If you did, things would be drastically different. Natsuki, third poem? Yes. Have I told you I beat the game 100 plus times? I only did it once, but that was because back when I played, I don't know if they ever changed it or gave an update, but back when I played, once you beat the game, that was it. And quite frankly, I didn't want to go through the trouble of fiddling. I know it was easy to fiddle with the files and do a restart, but I kind of like the concept of the way this game ends is it's over, it's gone. So I just kind of respected that feeling and was like, you know what? It was a good story. Oh? That's a curious expression from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyways, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling the poetry pamphlets. Sora will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for you? Damn! There's a good, I know about the true ending. And I know that I think to my knowledge, it's still in this game. At some point, I have to have saved the game. And I had to have saved the game and then keep reloading the game, spending time with all the characters. With that being said, however, I don't remember when I needed to save the game, so we're just going for normal ending this time. You figured out something? From what I can tell, until you beat the next gym, your XP stops growing at the max level from where you're at. I like that. No, he's talking about Pokemon. He's talking about Pokemon Craft. We're both, I'm going to stream it, so I haven't even bothered. I'm going to stream it. We're going to play, and he's already playing Radical Red. To my knowledge, it is the second hardest Pokemon ROM hack, out there, so yeah. I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Damn, no, now Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorate to help the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk and focuses and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help. But anyway, that just leaves you being... The scene where you help Yuri with the decorations was one of my favorite scenes in the entire game. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what Natsuki's is. You know, there's sometimes where I want to get the game and explain what's going on. Let's see. I did not have the context. Yeah, that's one thing you're gonna have to get used to here. Lord Ground, Shu, and one other person who's not here, so I'm not gonna say their name. You'll eventually come to meet them. Are the kings of no context. They will talk about whatever the heck they're doing and give me no context either. I'm just used to it and know that anytime they say something that I don't understand, it's like it's probably about the one game that they're fascinated with right now. Like the Natsuki one better. Go in the game. Yeah, we'll get there. I will say everything with no context. You always say. Bean can't read? Yeah, I can't read either, so why is he so hard? Listen, I'll tell you what. No, I'm just joking. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with all my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work. Oh yeah. Backwater part of the West Coast region. Let's go. I will say this right now. If anyone has any questions about the sensitive contents game, whisper me. There you go, bud. Sounds like you're very passionate about this game. I think you have the same passion about this game I have the same passion about with Metal Gear. Bean did a Luigi voice. I'm known for the Luigi voice, Luna. That's why my sub alert, which I need to make louder, and I keep forgetting that I need to make louder. But that's why my sub alert was me doing a voice clip of, oh yeah, Luigi dance time. I only stream DDLC? Golly, I couldn't do that, bud. I love games, but I've never truly loved a game enough where I want to dedicate myself to that one game. To me, I always got to switch it up. I'll complete games. Like, for the most part, I'll stream a game until it's completed. Sometimes we'll even go back again and get a different ending if I really enjoyed the game. But for me, it's like, once we beat a game, it's like, that was a wonderful experience. Time to never touch it again. Unless I want the achievements, and I'll do it off a stream. Like this game, I'm definitely going to play over and over again because I want everything. I want to 100% this. It's not like Monika's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle baking on your own. Bean may not like to be around you if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to an assistant with decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyways? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for being too... what are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys. Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Bean to decide who he'd like to contribute to. Besides, he hasn't really gotten a chance to spend time with any of me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though, jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Bean, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course... Wait, what? Hold up. Is this different? I could have sworn that in the original game, when Monika mentioned herself, both of them ganged up on her and completely shut her up. Can we... Oh, I want to spend time with Monika so bad. Oh! I'm so torn. We have to get the Natsuki ending. But I want to do Monika so bad. Oh, that's Act 2? Got it. Sayori. I don't remember Sayori being an option either. But... Sayori will be fine. It's not like anything bad's gonna happen to her. We gotta go Natsuki. You still can't help Monika? Us what? If I click Monika, it's gonna be like, nah, fam, you're helping one of us. And that happens. Okay, hold on. I want to ask this now. If I choose Monika, will that option just disappear and then I'll have to pick Natsuki or Yuri or Sayori? Because if that's the case, I'll still click Monika just to see what happens. Yes? Okay. Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monika. Yay, you picked me. Hold on one second. Yeah. Monika, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. But... This is probably what I remember. I think I did pick Monika the first time. This is what I remember. I agree with Natsuki. Because Monika was my favorite. And I actually wanted to go for Monika, but I couldn't. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Bean was the one who... That doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monika. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monika, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made in such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monika. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know. We won't do as good of a job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monika. If we want our events to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. I remember this. So are you going to do the right thing, President? Okay, I get it. It's technically most logical for Bean to help one of you two, so... I guess that's what we'll do. He's going with Natsuki. Hold on. And you can't help Sayori. If you choose Sayori for fun, you will not help her though. Will I still be able to pick Natsuki or Yuri? Yeah. Hold on, let's see. He's going with Natsuki. Yeah, but I'm helping him get some fun. Yeah, no, I'd definitely be down to see some dialogue. Yes? Okay, cool. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, but Monica said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez, do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Just think of the club. Golly. A shame. Would it be a shame? No! We are setting. No, wait, hold on. I gotta click it before someone bans it. Gotta click it before someone bans it. Alright. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so. You guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Don't worry. Baking's a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Huh? Just a minute ago you were saying that... that's because... never mind, okay? Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it after... I feel so bad for Yuri. Especially because, you know, she was the first person who I went with. I feel so bad for Yuri. I was gonna ban picking the other girl if someone tried. I appreciate you. You have found an... No, the longest song in Osu is 56... The longest ranked song in Osu is 56 minutes, 58 seconds or something like that. That's good. Even though Yuri's being melodramatic, it's a little hard to not feel bad. So that's everything, right? So, speaking IRL, anytime someone tries to be melodramatic, I feel zero remorse for them. And I know that sounds a little heartless, but the thing is they're doing it on purpose. And even if they're not doing it on purpose, emotional damage! It's like, how are you gonna say something like that and not think you're gonna make people feel bad? I can't stand when people, it's like, I'm used to being alone. It's like, bruh, get over yourself. Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes. Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome. I don't think that really counts. What about you, Bean? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. I feel so bad for Yuri, man. I feel so horrible.
Ooh.
Oh, whoa. Natsuki. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not... I mean, it's not a big deal or anything. Well, it might not just be that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do, then nobody offering to help? That doesn't mean... Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone in a worried expression. Look! Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulder. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here, and you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. Yep, an hour and 20 minutes? Jeez. Golly. Well, it's not ranked, is it? I don't think it'll be ranked if it's that long. I mean, the cupcake will probably... Oh, maybe the 56-minute one is the only one that people have completed. The cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're going to make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performance. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little bit more credit. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by what Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell she tried to say something Sayori would at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best, and all of us are going to make this a really great event. Yeah. Yeah. I hope to see everyone doing their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay. But I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do reading today, so fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Yuri as the door, and they chat between each other. I'm guessing I'm getting stopped. Oh, it's a graveyard? Exactly. Ain't no one want to touch the graveyard. People have completed this one too. At least she tried. She tried. That's what's important. Where are you going? Eh? We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Jeez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me her number. Okay. I'm coming over on Sunday. She's coming over to my place? I could have sworn I went to her place. Oh well. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait. You're coming to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me. Really? It's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just need to complain for a second. We have each other's number now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you better look forward to it. Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Give me... I got you. I got you, Natsuki. Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act in front of everyone. That's why I was on that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so... Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Ah, hey! Today's Sunday. Can I demonstrate my voice for them on stream? I'm gonna have to pass on that one, bud, but I appreciate you asking. Never mind. I can't believe this. Natsuki's going to be coming to my house on Sunday. Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. It's see? No see, the heckin' no. My anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, but who knows what might end up happening if we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. I do not speak Spanish. That's okay, neither do I. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. It's already Sunday. I begin increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into conversation. That was hard to say for some reason. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emojis and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early on the other day. I unfortunately can't read that, but I imagine since you're friends with Natsuki, you've probably become fairly adept at both writing, reading, and speaking Japanese. I was actually just about to start taking classes for Japanese. Like, I was legit ready to slap down the money and be like, aight, help me learn. And then COVID had hit. This was in, what, early 2019 or whatever? COVID had just hit, and I was like, well, there goes my spending money. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything. I'm planning to learn Japanese? Well, best of luck, bud. Best of luck. I want to one day. I don't really care about Spanish, even though I understand Spanish is a very important language for us to learn. But I really want to learn both Japanese and German. If I could, I would be really happy. Japanese, I think, is just a really fascinating language. And I love the way that they write things, or how, like, you have to, or like ka. It will turn something that would have been a statement into a question. And I think it's really, really neat. I'm still learning because I am from the USA. So now, if I may ask, how long have you been living in Japan? And was it hard to get adjusted, or is a lot of stuff still in English? Was there some things that you just couldn't do because it was just like only in Japanese, and you're like, what the heck? But I moved like a year ago. Okay, so yeah, you're still quite new. But I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Alright, if this is the part I remember, I want to warn all of you, for those of you lurking, for those of you who may not be lurking, this may be a tad bit of a graphic scene, and I'm not going to skip the dialogue, so you're going to be looking at that scene for quite some time. There's your warning. There's your warning. I'm not censoring anything here. This is not... Wait, it's not what I remember? Oh. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made a habit of simply entering each other's house like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up and... Are you sure? It's already strange of her to not run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. What? Sayori? Hi, Bean. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? Ah, I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? I love the music that's playing right now. This heartfelt music, I've never heard music that immediately hit me in the soul. Like, I was fully prepared for this moment. Now, maybe I just don't remember this part and it was in the first game, or maybe this is just the Plus version. Maybe this is only in the Plus version, but expecting what I was expecting and then seeing her just pop up and the music play, that's beautiful. It was in the first game? Was it? I don't remember this at all. I don't remember this at all. Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animal and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how do you know that? Sayori had already left by the time I decided the last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? A lot of the English stuff is not... Hold on, let's see. Is not grammatically correct, and Japanese is difficult second language for someone who is English as first. 100% under... Oh, how you doing, Kiwi? How's everything been? I realized I haven't popped in for a while. But I know about... Go by... Kairi? Is it... did I pronounce that correctly? Kairi? That's such a cute name. I love that. I actually really... I love... Damn. I adore that name. I almost... Damn. Okay, so let me tell you guys a story, right? But you can get by... You can get by in the airport. Like, that's about where it stops. Just the airport is fine. So let me tell you guys a story. When I was younger and we were moving back up north, near Canada, when we were moving back up north, my dad insisted on me coming with him, even though I wanted to like go with my granny since we were all moving back up north. And bigger places sometimes. Got it. You could get by in the airport and bigger places. Okay. All right. Fair enough. And while we were doing that, since my dad had forced me to go with him, this was many years ago. But since my dad had forced me to go with him, I decided, you know what? Fine. I'll go with you, but I'm gonna have some fun too. So every single sign we passed, I would pronounce it incorrectly. Like when we pronounced Fresno, I called it Free Snow. Or when we passed Merced, I would call it Merked. And then eventually we passed Eureka, the city Eureka down in California. And I was like, hey, Pa, look, we finally made it to Eureka. And it was at that moment that it kind of just popped in my head. You petty. I mean, he was having fun too. He found me annoying, but he was having fun too. eCraft game helps me keep English good because you don't speak it a lot here. I can understand that. Hopefully now that you follow me, if you stop by every now and then, we're only by the way, this is you guys' warning. We're only doing DDLC Plus on Sundays. Any other day, it'll either so Tuesdays is Metal Gear. It's your stealth game, and then we do a little bit of Osu if I end up switching off of Metal Gear. Thursday, we're doing the Genocide route of Undertale, and once again, Osu if we switch off. Osu's just kind of my go-to game. That's the game I stream the most. And then Saturdays are what you guys redeem. Like, we got Terraria for next Saturday for the first hour. Then we got some kind of ghost prop hunt game, but I don't know how it's going to turn out or if we're even going to play it since it requires people. And then Sundays we're back to DDLC Plus. But with that being said, if you guys stop by more, you're gonna hear a lot of English because that's the only language I know how to speak. It's only natural for her to keep me informed. Oh, point is, anyways, back to the story. Right? Yeah. So after hearing Eureka, I kind of thought to myself, I really like the sound of Eureka. And ever since then, if I ever had a hobgoblin, I wanted to name her Eureka. But I'm gonna be dead honest, Kyrie, that, like, I love that name so much. If I ever get a hobgoblin, I kind of want to name her Kyrie. Kind of want to name her Kyrie. That's a beautiful name. All right, it's only natural to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. Once again, thanks, that's no problem. But what about you? Aren't you going to help Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well, so... Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Bean. Huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? I remember this. I remember this. Stay safe, Shu. Don't get got, bud. Bean, yell at me when cute or curse stuff is about to happen. I don't remember when, bud. That's the problem. I thought this was it, so you'll either see it or you'll miss it. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. Just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Bean. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just saying it for the first time. Saying what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Bean? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy into caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's what I just want, to make everyone feel happy, without anyone worrying about me. I will tell him I have a question for you. Bud, why is it? I almost read I accidentally nutted you. I was like, what? I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me just not to think about her? Where do you, Washington, the Northwest, West Coast. Why, Sayori? Eh? Why is it you've never told me about this? It almost feels as if I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you, even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do is tell me. You don't understand at all, Bean. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort on caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone and be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. It feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Bean. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could help is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club just because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, once I grab Sayori's shoulders, this time I pull her into a tight embrace. Bean, Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. You're in Utah? Nice, bud. That's really cool. What happens if I hit the follow button when I'm already following? If you hit the follow button when you're already following, you'll unfollow. And if you follow again, it won't ping. That's something that I really like about Twitch, or at least both Streamlabs and OBS, or at least the alerts themselves. They prevent people by spamming it. They prevent people by spamming it to, how do I word it? You following and unfollowing, then following and unfollowing. It'll only give the notification once, and that's it. After that, you have to wait like a year of being unfollowed in order to get the notification again. The relatable Sayori discussion. That reminds me, BRB. When she speaks like this, it still hurts my heart. I heard it 100 plus times. I can understand it being sad. I can definitely understand it being sad. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Bean, Sayori isn't hugging me back, despite my arms being wrapped around her. Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please, don't do this. Bean, Sori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Bean. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. I have a family who goes through this kind of thing. Are we going to friend zone? I friend zoned Sayori on my first playthrough when she told me that she loved me. And I was like, no. How about no, Chief? And I'm going to be honest, though I still feel like that is the correct answer because it is true. I want to see what happens if we do tell her that we love her. So we are 100% going to not friend zone her this time, just so I can find out what happens. It's going to be the same thing, but I want to know if there's anything that's different. Because as you already know, the only thing that really happens is, you know, when we go visit her, it's like, I should have told her I love her! I should have told her! And then it's just like, so I'm like, huh, well, what happens if we did? But dialogue is different. Oh... You're really yanking my chain, bud. Damn. Now I want to know what's different. Oh, when you say... Okay, alright. But she does so. I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How'd you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day with her, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. You said that out loud? You don't say that out loud. You stay quiet, go cancel, then come back and be like, what to do? Saying I love you to her, content. Alright. Let me go grab my phone. Oh. Apparently an alarm's going off? Don't worry, he's way too early, so that ban was completely wasted. I vote the unban option. I'll do it again. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It'd be fun. To my surprise, Shiori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? Ah. It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. Let me see. Ban Shu from banning options. You know what? I have an idea. I never wanted to do this because I didn't want anyone to feel bad. But let's go ahead to manage awards real quick. Now it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to time this correctly. But I'll let
Hello there.
Hello there. We're just doing something real quick. Do you want to know who the best mod is? I'll tell you who. I can't say that. I can't show favorites. I almost said it. Oh man. Natsuki Tamura's the best mod. She's your only mod. Bro. Hello there, Jeb. How you doing, bud? Thank you. Favoritism? No favoritism at all. Alright, cooldown limits, limit redemptions per stream, limit redemptions per user per stream. Let's do... Someone could do it twice. And then for today only. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. That'll be chaos. That'll be absolute chaos. That's gonna cost too much time. There's only a few people I know who could do this. But, if you can, you can. So, you guys might see a new point. You guys might see a new point redemption. I'm just saying, if someone's timed out, well, they can't redeem anything. So with enough time, all I'm saying is there could be, if everyone were to target any particular people, they wouldn't be able to redeem anything. You know, just saying. It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. I think 3,000 is a little too expensive, so I'll lower it. Hang on, let's lower it. Let's actually lower it quite a bit. There you go. We cut 50% off. Today only. Only today, you too can get it 50% off. He's rigging the game? I'm not rigging the game. I'm rigging the stream. It's impossible to have favoritism when there's only one employee. Time someone out. Oh shoot! Thank you, Jeb. You just reminded me. I gotta set it so that way that you have to include a text. Who we timing out, Jeb? Who we timing out? Required to enter text. There we go. Shoo. Alright, Jeb, you know what to do. Get him out of here. Get him out of here, Jeb. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. Hang on, let me do one more thing. You're trying to eat? I got it. Get out of here, Shu. You're too smelly. You're too smelly. Be gone with you. Be gone with you. Did it happen? I just gotta do something real quick. Let's go ahead and close this out. Open up this. And change that to this. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. Now quickly get... Let's go! On the way home, I feel myself uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about what Natsuki... No, I'm just joking. But it's hard for me to keep thinking when Natsuki is about to come over, too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. Can't wait to see the Natsuki. Me too. I've seen it before. I should focus on what's ahead of me. I only spend a few minutes back at home, anxiously waiting on Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, all I can imagine is, hey, I'm here, just boom. Hey, how's it going? Sup? Hey. Where's Shu? Another Nana's disappeared. The grandson carries a cage. He ever has his cage, and Nana's never coming back. So come into the cage and join Nana's shade. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make me feel awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki's carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I don't want to come all this way to find out what your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked. Hold on, you bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients. If I didn't, I already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. I guess there's more of a reason to use Mushu now. Every time someone gets timed out, I live! Who did that? I don't know, just some person. I think they left already. They just wanted to time out Shu, then left. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. Also, if you guys noticed, I might have changed it to be 5 minutes. Could have been 5 hours. I don't know. I might have forgotten. Oh well. Surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of the school after all? Anyways, let's go to the kitchen. What, you're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Bean? Wow, rude main character. Honestly, listen, I'm panicking. That's such a cute girl is in my house right now. It's tough, all right? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. This is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. Seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. I could just imagine her just boom! Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Hey, how you doing, bud? You really hate being small that much? Eh? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small, and also better than other people. We can start talking about Natsuki's problems when we get to Act 2. Yes, we can slowly start revealing them as you deem worthy. As they relate. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? I don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey! And now you're treating me like a kid. Interesting. Yes, interesting. What's in... Oh, God, did I... Oh, no. Oh, no, if I opened up a whole can of worm? I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki, forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. Eh? I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there's a ton of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that, anyways? Trust me on this one. You know what's funny is I've actually told people the same thing, and when they replied, the only thing I said was like, trust me on this one. Imagine having a VOD from Twitch blocked on YouTube just because of one song and having YouTube to cut it all. I hate that, man. I despise that. That's also why I don't upload Osu to YouTube. Gross. Hey. Was that to me? Who else? Man. Let's just get started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Bean. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally starting to pull things out of her bag soon, so we could get started. Also, Shu should have been untimed out by now. Probably. Hang on, let me just... There we go. But it's understandable. Found your weak spot, MC. Listen, please, spare me. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting a doll by movement to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Bean, where did you put that food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? Color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. That's a good idea. Are you going to do anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so come on. You're not just putting any heart in. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Damn. Listen. If I like you, I like you. It is what it is, alright? What can I say? Natsuki may or may not be one of the top. One of the top. It's actually really hard for me to pick between Yuri and Natsuki still. And I am proud. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of the food coloring into each. That does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end. If just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes, Sayori and Monica delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah. Maybe I'll use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We're just using the electric mixer for the batter. So I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. Eh? The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer. Jeez. We'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs a whisk from me and uses her hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the heck out of it. Is that a Bob Ross reference? Wait, hold on. Is that a Bob? Maybe. How often do you actually press cap lock? No? In this game, none at all, because I don't actually touch the keyboard. In Risk of Rain, all the time. In fact, I'll click it maybe 20 or 30 times per run. In Stardew Valley, I'll also do it sometimes, but not often since I don't keep my finger near cap lock. And in other games where shift is to run, like Minecraft, I also click cap locks quite a bit. You really need to beat the heck out of it. I live! Welcome back, buddy. Being you time me out, I did. For 10 minutes, it is what it is. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing is already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the bowl. Don't make me beat the heck out of you. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my fingers to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop one out of my finger, and Natsuki tugs with all her might. The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face. Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. You know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off her finger, shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Who wants tacos? Jeb, funny enough, when I woke up, my family actually came to visit and they were making food. And they were actually making tacos today, but I was like, well, I'm streaming early, so I just don't eat. Because eating on stream is still immensely rude. I hope you put too much lettuce in your tacos, Jeb. I would time you out too. Should be nice before Jeb times you. I mean, Jeb's a mod. On God, Jeb could time him out and I'd just be like, he probably deserved it. Oh, man. Stop. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that all the time, you know? Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Shoo, you're on first. Oh, Lord, is that so? Sensei gave me all the power now. In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. Natsuki takes a finger and puts it in my mouth, looking... Sheesh! What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki's so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Bean, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. Jeb's power hungry. I can't believe second one. Oh, man. That wow was for Natsuki? I know. The wall. This is honestly one of my favorite scenes in the game. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Wow. Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? Time someone else out? Jeb? Alright, I got you. Jeb. Slash timeout. There we go. Alright. Jeb, pretend like you're timed out. There you go, bud. There you go. Is someone burning? Or is something burning? Not someone! No.
Oh, whoa.
I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in there, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. You can take his mod for a minute and time him out, then give it back. I would, but I'm not going to go through that much trouble to time out a mod. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven. Yeah, the tension from the moment before still lingers from our heads. But the moment has already been lost, and I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue the icing, like nothing ever happened. Thanks for the 1.5k Jeb, no, refine it! Rigged? It's not rigged. Listen, Jeb is a reliable mod that would never break the rules. I have the utmost faith that he would never speak after being timed out. You simply just lost track of time, and 1 minute has already passed because the rule for timeout is clearly only 1 minute. right? The smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet swelling warm air fills the room. Kapa. Can confirm. See? See, Crep? Look how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look better once we add the icing. Okay, imagine if this man was a Markiplier, though, and he was a man with 5 ovens. Alright? Imagine homie had 5 ovens. Biggest cap I've ever seen in my life? No, I don't have my fedora anymore. I lost it. I forgot about that. Oh, no, I got rid of it because it was too small. Never mind. There's no cap here. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here's a scoop of... Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. I'm wearing a cap, though? Okay, we got a little bit of cap. This one can even make flowers. We probably wouldn't be using it this time, though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the other. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on cake. Oh man, I gotta sneeze. Like happy birthday or whatever. Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Eh? Well, it's a literature event, right? We can make a more literature theme by writing different words on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on the word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. But that's actually a really cute idea, so... Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. Deleted by moderator. Thank you, Jeb. Thank you, Jeb. I'm assuming you banned them. Also being your hack. Was it another bot? I got 10%. Hold on. I gotta blow my nose, because golly. I got 10% of the way through the 80-minute song. Damn. Alright, we should be good. You accident... What an up. You can't address and act like this does not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Yeah? Did you say something? No, nothing. Sheesh. Again, he's talking about Osu, which... What time is it? We should almost be switching ourselves. 147? Yeah, actually, we are about to be switching. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle into each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about it before, Natsuki quickly moves on. Can we time out Shu again? Listen. We can use Shu's points? Bean, when are you going to make what a nub sound reward? That's a good idea, but probably you know what? That would be interesting. Me just what a nub. What a nub. She shows me how to apply the icing, then we get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts all of them aside to admire our work. Look how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Ugh, I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but... My dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sora's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Aw, man. Well, anyways. I was hoping we could have time for manga, but I need to go home for dinner. Ah, already? That's a shame. This is the biggest nonsense I've ever seen in your life. Look, Shu, you have it coming. You have it coming, man. It was bound. It was bound to know at some point where it's like you mess with the stream or you mess with the chat. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance. Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I could do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would just listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. My chaos will prevail in the end, I promise you. Natsuki, you say you always cook the dinner? Do you not like it here? Just like that, Natsuki's already about to leave. Feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Eh? What you said before, about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely. She's trying to hide her expression. Yeah. I want to spend more time with you. Golly. I'll have my full list of Natsuki, Sayori, Yuri, then Monica, best girl list. Really? I'm gonna have to go with... You know what? Only because Yuri's a little manipulative, I'm gonna have to go with Natsuki, Yuri, Monica, then Sayori. Bean. I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. Yuri, best 100% of the time. You're gonna get timed out again for that. That's it? No, I'm just joking. I feel the same way as you, so... Oh! Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the side of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, all along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to get dizzy, and I feel her soft breath against me. I've felt it for a while now. Sheesh! Sees hentai coming up? Bro, I gotta make sure... Let me just make sure I disabled those mods real quick. Hold on. Yeah, we good? We good? For a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori! Eh? Hi, Bean. Sayori. Just now we weren't... It's okay, Bean. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... really? That's too bad. Yeah, well... I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyways, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. I've been blocked. I've been heavily blocked. Ah, man. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you're having with Natsuki. Oh, I'll tell you what, we was good about having some fun. I'll say it again. And how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. Am I Pacific time? Yes. That you made much good friends. It is currently... What time is it? 13:54. You made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Beans is... I don't know what that word is, but I feel like I'm about to get slug mud again. 2:54 for you? Okay, so you're only an hour ahead. Yeah, that checks out since you're where you live. I don't want to repeat it because someone might not have... I don't want to just be like, yeah, you're here. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Bean? Am I supposed to be happy for you? Why does it feel like my heart's splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Bean. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. I saw it coming, bud. I saw it coming. What is it in Japan? It's 5:54. But go that. Hold on. I need to ask you this. All right, Natsuki. Also, first of all, normally we don't start until. Actually, normally we don't start until 5:30 a.m. for you. So you'll at least be able to see a majority, assuming you wake up at 6. But also, why the heck are you still awake? Huh? Assuming you haven't slept. Buddy, your biscuit. Gem, you, Gem, are a wonderful mod. And I know that you have never once abused your power, and everything that you do is justified in every single way. Water checkpoint. All right. You guys heard it here. If you're listening right now, go ahead and take a quick lug-a-lug. We got to pass this water checkpoint together. Because I hang out with eCraft in these streams. Ah, I got it. Look, it was justified. I know it was. Shu must have said something sus. Must have been, you know what? It was the stigma. We don't condone stigmas in our stream, all right? We don't condone stereotyping. So for Shu to come in here and say such horrendous things, SMH. I live! Oh, Lord. Don't target. Oh, man. I appreciate you, Natsuki. And that's such a wonderful friendship that you have where you're able to hang out with Craft just like that. I love this stream. We're always goofing about like this, but Shu, I think this is the first time where Shu's actually just pounded on me and you guys have retaliated, so I find this quite entertaining. Then you wouldn't have wasted your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't a burden. Your mind is making it out to be. I do return the favor when I can. I think my brain was moving too fast. I didn't understand what you're referring to with that, bud, but nonetheless, I appreciate you. Shu, you ain't even old enough. Get out of here. Get out of here, bud. We don't need to see that one. There you go. I'm actually doing this for a different reason. Because we're about to get to that part and I don't need him timing it out. Going to streams or... Oh, okay. It's something that makes me happy. Something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sari looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Bean. I'm really scared. She's going to be... What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Bean, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel, and that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. You cannot confess by... Bruh! Heart! Alright. I mean, now I just gotta wait. Now we sit and wait. Oh, man. Golly, man. What tomfoolery. You know what? I have an idea. I love you. Oh wait, we gotta turn on the volume. Volume mixer. Disable forbidden knowledge. There we go. Back to the actual game. Also, now that I'm no longer trying to use brain, what music? I listen to all music, though I'm not a big fan of country, and I listen to some rap, but I don't really care about rap. And then, what was I gonna say? I genuinely enjoy heavy metal, or some people just call it like screamo or stuff like that. I'll tell you one song. Look up "Electric Callboy Pump It." I love that song. I love that song. I'm going to add a Natsuki Beats compilation of. Oh my god! All right, I love you, Sayori. I love you. Eh? Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it's helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, and I know we'll both be happy. Bean. Suddenly Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Bean. Is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her close. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Bean. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. On, I'm going to add, yeah, but it's a good song. I hope you like it, Mur. If you could still hear me, bud. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me, but why? Even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Bean. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Oh, okay. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow. Our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it's always been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Honestly, I feel like that's how most relationships start. Why does the main character have the classic... Shoot, there's just some things you don't say on stream. I agree with you, because I was thinking about it, but there's just some things you just don't say, man. Hey, Bean. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Eh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Oh, I'm sure you wouldn't know. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me, but that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise, liar. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having so much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. Damn. I don't like that. I don't like that option. I still think the best option is to friendzone her. And the reason why is because, quite frankly, you were just about to get with Natsuki or Yuri or whoever the heck else. You were just about to get down with them. So it's like, to just flat out, like, say you love another person after you're already like, damn, this my girl. It's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Once a sensitive thing is about to happen, I will say CW, and that means content warning. Sounds good. Sounds good. It's only okay on her route, in my opinion. I still think it's not okay. Like I genuinely, for the life of me, cannot lie to someone. Yeah, instantly dumps her. I cannot. I am so bad at lying, which is also another reason why I stopped playing Among Us. I used to be really good at lying, but the problem is I was too good. And so the way it happened is every time no one had clues or no one could figure out who the killer was, they just immediately voted me off and won. It was so frustrating because I did everything right, and they're like, "Who's the killer?" Like, have any of you guys seen anyone near the bodies? No. Have any of you guys gotten any clues as to who might be? No. Does anyone have alibis? Everyone says Bean. It's Bean. Get him out of here. Of all days, I expect this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I consider going to her house to wake her up, but I decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself, carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the Homie's two-timing, golly! But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Bean, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing a little booklet on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared to have all the poems we were performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like, and I submitted it, so that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. The 2 wives, excellent. Oh man, protagonist polymorphs. What did you talk about last night? Listen, what happened last night stays last night, alright, man? But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Bean. I mean, especially after you exchanged with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all, but I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? Ooh, this is different too. I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to go check out the pamphlets? Oh my god. Wait, no. No, I just... Did she just say I left her hanging? Wait. Do I remember that? Bruh! Golly! No, it kept echoing in my head, and I was like, why am I thinking about... Wait a minute. They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it almost a professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poem from the ones they performed during practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. Alright, so get out of my head, repeated 40 times. Get out of my head, repeated one more time. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Bean? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Shoo! Get over here. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her, or help her wake up. Good. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Alright, so... Content warning. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they've always been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I didn't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? Oh, that's different too. In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. Content warning. If you're still here, it's your content warning. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of breach of privacy? It's Wednesday, my dudes. I gently open the door. Oh man, I forgot it cuts off. That actually startled me. Look at her hands. Oh, I didn't see her hands. What's it say? Line 303. Set back text for details. What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe my eyes are showing me. There's blood on them. That's so sad. That's actually so sad. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her that I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? When I was so selfish, this is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her, like it always been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I could do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now, I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Are you okay? I think she's all right. I think she's hanging in there, you know? That joke's gonna get so old. That joke's gonna get so old.
Emotional damage!
Alright. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. My neighbor is a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Okay.
Hi, Heart. Welcome back. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. I would get tired of waiting up. If she was going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle up in front of the crosswalk and let it catch up to me. Oh, only Yuri. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually worse, being surrounded by couples and friends, groups walking to schools together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I've always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls for a change like that, but always have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there'd be any girls in it anyways. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at a wall, look around for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Bean? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What'd you come in here for anyways? Oh, I just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there are any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for the events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. A literature club? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga's literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Bean. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? Manga is honestly, like, I don't understand people who are like, manga's not literature. To this day, I still read manga. Literature. Ah, yes. Like, to this day, I still read it. In fact, I prefer it over anime. I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, Bean, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? We're in Act 2 now? We are in Act 2 now. I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly followed Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Oof. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyways, welcome to the club, Bean. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Oh, Yuri's the vice president now. Why is Tilda? Why the heck are you clicking Tilda to begin with, bud? Like, where do you need to go? You still have the keys set to Z and X. Why are you reaching all the way to Tilda? What are you doing? Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seemed to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. I was pausing. That's your fault, man. The escape button and the tilde key have like a solid inch between them. Welcome back, bud. Welcome back. Yeah, it's nice to be with both of you. But my finger slipped? Don't be bad. What enough? What enough? So I ran into Bean in the classroom, and he decided to come and check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that. I just happened to run into him. In that case, I could at least make some tea. Luigi dance time! I appreciate you, Turtle. Thank you so much for the prime. I can't believe it's been 14 months. Make cupcakes? Would have made cupcakes. I use the right side of my keyboard for... You are so weird, man. Yeah, that would be great. So what, you use like I, J, K, and L to move? Why don't you come sit down, Bean? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens a closet. I use... Oh! Oh, no! That's nasty. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens a closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Oh, God. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you really didn't plan on coming here. But we'll make sure that you feel home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Best girl Natsuki, right? 100% best girl Natsuki. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be a start of a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Ah, I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. You are... So... I don't think you're in the Discord, Craft, but by technicality, according to the Discord, yes, Shu is an attack helicopter. So Bean, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have any good way of answering that. Joining Disco. Homie gonna join the attack helicopter squad. Let's go. Actually, I need the... Oh, well, go get it, bud. You can get it yourself. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks as though she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after saying Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? BRB changing? Changing to what? Okay. Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately, and I read a lot of... I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped to something I can relate to the minimal level. Most books I do read are some side of horror suspense. Also, the music is slightly different. I just realized that. It's ever so is it? Huh. At this rate, Yuri might have been conversating with a rock. I didn't expect that from you, Yuri. Suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often as successful as changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh? Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. How many times do you have to repeat the game? 12. Don't worry, we're almost done. No, I'm just joking. I think it's 3, but the third one... So, it's 1 is like the base game. 2 is roughly around the size of Act 1. And then Act 3 is like an hour long, maybe, if even that. As many times as Monica wants. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you the idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. Looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer, are you yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. Act 3 is as long as you want. Act 4 is like 10 to 30 minutes, depending on how long it takes to read. Yeah, right. Act 3. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, so I'd say by this point, we're roughly 30% through the game? Maybe 35? Sharing that level of writing takes more... I believe 2 more streams and we'll be done with the game. 2 more Sundays. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, expose your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of your own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I am now an attack helicopter. Let's go! Even if I have he, him. I believe he, him. If you do sign up for both, he, him takes priority over attack helicopter. But, so you'll have like, because they give you little icons. You'll either have a cute little helicopter icon. What was that, moan, Sensei? I didn't moan, did I? That's okay. I moan all the time. I did decide on a responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club, as well as its members. Besides, now we have a new member. Seems like it's a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Bean? Terrell's poo. What's that? Oh, there's only one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. Never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All 3 girls stare at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Bean. The thing is, we don't have enough members to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we didn't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. The 4-star FNAF song is the 4-star in the FNAF song is so fun. Craft, we may have only known each other for a minor amount of time.
Emotional damage!
But you seem like you have such a vast amount of knowledge about Doki Doki that I feel like anyone who stumbles across your stream would be absolutely lucky to find you. That's right, ditch the harem. Ditch the woman. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? You really mean that, Bean? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. Oh, she doesn't say the cupcake line since she never made the cupcakes. Bean, I'm so happy. We can become official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Ah, thanks, I guess. My longest stream was, I believe, 11 hours. And I'll tell you what, I hated myself. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Haven't remembered tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Bean, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Alright, so just because what time is it? It's already 14:46, 2:46, so we got about an hour and 15 minutes left. I'm gonna leave you guys with a poll, like a 2-minute poll. We can either just continue Doki Doki for the rest of the stream, or switch to Osu for the rest of the stream. Doki or Osu. After that, we're going to be rating Jeb because I'm actually going to be entering a Brawlhalla tournament. We won't be. I'm not gonna be playing Brawl right now, Jeb, because I don't want my mental to be destroyed before I even get into the tournament. Doki. Or you know what? I'm trying to think of something here. Nah, never mind. There we go. I'll give that 3 minutes. There's the poll. You guys could vote. I included a third option just for Jeb. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Bringing it all. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. I just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure don't try to bring alts to this, because Jeb has over 15 alts on Twitch. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes. Nothing is real. Nothing is real. You know what's funny? The first time I saw this, I actually didn't piece this together. I was like, N-O-T-H. Okay, what could start with an N, then have a word that long? Or what could start with an O, then have a word that long and end in T-H? Or it was like, maybe it's just an A in there and it's oath. So it's like, no oath in, Jeb, get the alt to rig the votes. But yeah, okay, there we go. We got that. Bro! Okay, let's go ahead and save. No rigging. Can you vote Doki for me? I don't think anyone would actually go through the trouble of rigging the votes. Enough of this game. Listen, Jeb. Too much. Jeb, you can't ever say there's too much hentai, okay? Ever. Because there's never enough. You gotta embrace the tentacles. Let's see how the vote's going right now. I'm actually surprised. It's tied. Am I gonna have to roll a d20? If one more person doesn't vote, then I'm gonna roll a d20, and I don't want to see you die first round. Yes, you need practice. Fair enough. All right. Odds will be Doki because Doki is an odd game. Even will be Brawlhalla because we're going to be playing some 2s in the tournament. It's a 19. It's a 19. Well, looks like we're staying with Doki. The alt for the win. I don't think you actually got on an alt, man. Nature, shame, existence, misfortune, play, unstable, love, hop, determination. So, I just want... What words do Monica like? I did too. Oh my god. I'm done with you guys. I've watched too much Doki Doki. I'm gonna play Osa until stream's over. Alright, be gone with you, Shu. Let's do hop. Anger, Crimson, Chocolate, Whisper, Entropy, Doki Doki, Fantasy, Childhood, Eternity. I believe, let's do Chocolate just to play it safe. I'm gonna get on Brawl. Alright, good luck, Jeb. Are you gonna be starting stream soon? Are you gonna be starting stream exactly at 4? Or are you gonna do a little bit earlier? Determination. Death, Kiss, Lazy, Bubbles, Variance, Strawberry, Defeat, Family, Flower, Dream. Strawberry. To prove it, you don't have to do that, bud. I'm fine without alts on my follows. Prob earlier. Okay, cool. Vivid, Alone, Uncanny, Sadness, Color, Flee, Misery, Agonizing. Ooh, is it color? I hope it is. Oh, thank God. Fester, Sunset, Empty, Dark, Infinite, Giggle, Games, Friends, Mouse. Giggle. Are we finally gonna make the perfect Natsuki poem and get that achievement? Breathe, Peace, Horror, Portrait, Landscape, Vacation, Kawaii! Atone, Lust, Tears. Let's go with Kawaii. This is your alt? Craft alt? I love that you still gotta include craft. So why do you have craft in your names? Is it just because you used to play a lot of Minecraft, or is it because of something else? Sing, Vivacious, Afterimage, Philosophy, Cheers, Sunny, Disaster, Pink, Fickle, Pink. Bunny, Hopeless, Scars, Candy, Fluffy, Vertigo, Swimsuit, Clouds, Bouncy, Milk. I got the idea from my cousin. Interesting. You know what's funny is my original name actually came from my cousin too. When sus is imposter, listen, bud. Sometimes just because they sus doesn't mean they imposter. It's perfectly fine to be sussy every now and then, as long as you're not, you know, sussy with a knife in your hand. Thank you for the follow, you two. I appreciate the both of you. I got your name from... Really? Did you actually? There's no way, Jeb. What the heck did they tell you? I gotta hear the story for that. Craft alt? Craft! You may be the best alt I have seen today. Butter me? I can't butter you, but I had to craft alt. Or I mean, I had to butter alt. Yeah, because I'm Mexican, so they called me Jesus. Typical name. It was changed to Jeebus. Ah. Or it was probably Jesus. Jesus. Puppy. Spinning, depression, promise, poof, together, aura, sensation, vibrant, swirl. Let's do poof. I prefer to type, so this is representing it. My alt is on your phone. Got it. Shopping, Starkscape, Vanilla, Shiny, Papa. We gotta go Papa. Desire, Forgive, Inferno, Hurt, Insight, Raindrops, Journey, Charm, Parfait, Treasure. Have a go on, Craft. It feels so weird saying that, knowing you're still gonna be here. Boop, Cute, Judgment, Adventures, Heartbeat, Playground, Warm. We gotta do boop. Rose, Bed, Smile, Dance, Disarray, Jump, Fear, Contamination, Anime, Lollipop. Grief, Incongruent, Silly, Wrath, Valentine, Cheeks, Uncontrollable, Clumsy, Romance, Vitality, Silly. Touch your... Oh my god. Time, Skipping, Hope, Holiday, Tenacious, Pain, Precious, Explode, Waterfall, Covet. Ooh. Skipping? Maybe? Thank god. Whirlwind, Special, Analysis, Pure, Jumpy, Question, Cry, Broken, Prayer, Sweet. Tragedy, Lucky, Secretive, Fireworks, Amazing, Flying, Meager, Melancholy. Wait, wasn't Flying... Flying was Sayori. Oh, I don't... Question? What's up, Natsuki? I first interpreted it that like skipping school. I thought of... Yeah, me too. I thought of it like skipping a song. It is Flying? Oh, it is. Heart, Kitty, Marriage, Sugar, Ocean, Whistle, Graveyard, Incapable, Feather, Sugar. Electricity, Loud, Unrequited, Music, Calm, Fun, Massacre, Pleasure, Fun. Oh, that I forgot about that. That startled me. No, I wouldn't say I am. I'll go as hard as Craft will. Okay, I'm more of like a hey, I haven't got this ending before, so let's see it. Next time we choose only Monica. Everything will be Monica. Hi again, Bean. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Bean. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Easy first try, goodbye. Easy, Dubs. Buddy your biscuit, Luna? Why is Monica over the text? 6:57 a.m. Have you at least slept, Natsuki? Have you at least slept at all? Like, did you barely wake up only a few hours ago? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I just realized things are slowly turning. Luna. I think you have a very... I think you have a very unique sense of humor that I can definitely appreciate. My. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga, or manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. I'm sorry, Bean. Pay attention. I might. I woke up at 11 p.m. local time because of a long... Ah, got it. That makes sense. So I'm staying up till 10:30. Almost 12 hours. Okay. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway. Now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something... But, if you ask... Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try and be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you want me to. We will hang out all day until 10:30 my time, which is the time I sleep. Golly, that's... Wait, hold on. Not 10:30 p.m. That's... Oh, man, you're going for the full 24 hours almost. I can respect that. I can respect that. I made an attempt at that, like, yesterday. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls a book. Thanks, I will never read this since I'm doing the Natsuki ending. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book and thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it would keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she think I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everything's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off the scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. You're gonna meet Really? That's so cool. Is she coming to America or are you going to Japan? I feel like you'd be going to Japan because, shoot, not a lot of people get the opportunity. I hear Natsuki utter the exasperated sigh within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her, and in case she needs a hand. I'm lucky. You looking for something in there? She never puts my stuff back at the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if something else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides in a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga's one of the things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How do you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull out the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to the box of manga and slips the volume right back in the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. So it might be their next stream in the same room? That's really cool, bud. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series that I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Bing. Consider this a lesson. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls in the closet. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book in my hand. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. We gotta go, so have a good day. Don't get got, you two. Stay safe. We will be calling it pretty soon too, so you won't be missing much. I hope you guys have a lovely night. It's exceedingly Mo. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arms and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be closer like this. Don't say it like that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice-of-life affairs. I kinda grew out of these since it's rare for writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? You don't share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who won't judge, much as find friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the heck out of me if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. I can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Oh, this is different. Pigeon? How you doing, Pigeon? What's good? Oh, shoot. Yellow's in here, too? What's good, Yellow? Looks like she started to fall asleep. We should get a bit of practice in. I voted if we were going to, switch to Brawlhalla for the rest of the stream, but it ended up coming down to a dice roll because it got tied. So, in the end, we're going to be doing Doki Doki until Jeb starts streaming. Once Jeb starts streaming, though, I'm gonna immediately raid him. So if Jeb started right now, well, then it is what it is. But until then, I'm gonna play Doki. Hey Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey. Oh. Jeb, take one for the team. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it into Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. We needed our practice. What? Shoo, why are you in on this? Don't worry, Bean. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Who should I show my poem to first? Alright, let's do Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Bean. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear. Thank you so much for the follow, Pigeon. I appreciate you, bud. Also, I could have swore you followed just the other day. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. I forgot to follow? That's all perfectly fine. Don't worry, Bean. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Bean. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down, like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling, playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's there, swallowing my fears. I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for this feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on time being between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. How you doing, Akri? What's good? I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming from us unstrongly, but maybe after one is a bit better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So, just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Now, before we continue, I do want to see if Jeb has started streaming. He has. All right, we'll finish this. We'll finish this day up, and then we'll go raid Jeb. What time is it? It's 15, so that means it's 3 right now. Cool. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. Jeb, take one for a team. I forgot to start speaking. Natsuki? We do Natsuki for last since she's the go-to girl. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. It's your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their own style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from a topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both styles and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changed. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. What's going on? We're playing Doki Doki. We're writing poems and we're getting criterion. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing herself to me or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thoughts and process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Ghost in the Light. This is the exact same poem from the first time. Yep. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something that was a little more mild. Should I be scared? No, only because we're about to be rating Jeb, so we're not going to get to any of the scary parts. And I wouldn't really say it's that scary of a game, despite this being the only game that's ever given me a panic attack. I'd say it's more of just, it makes you uncomfortable. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Bean. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Remember that poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and express in their work. They usually do more than tell simple stories or paint a picture. Be very scared. It's a sad game more than... It is a very sad game. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, soon to be left with nothing. This is different. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, makes me happy you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright, Natsuki. Okay, well, let's start with the things that I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you any opinion. Huh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me a dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And then you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki retorts, get caught on her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. And I don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Mono will make me do it if I don't. Alright, this is the same poem as well. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. Like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you doing great things is really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated, as if everyone's judging me from mediocre writing abilities. Even if they just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something into her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, staring at the respective poems. Oh yeah, we still have to go through this too. They read in tandem, watch as their expressions change. Natsuki's eyes furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What is this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Yeah, the music is changing again. Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns to a poem to the desk on one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Bean did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've just spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Bean liked my poem too. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe just jealous that Bean appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Uh-huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do so overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Bean started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out our own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking. You want to be edgy person? Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Who's Sayori? I don't remember. Who's that? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful there. You might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Shee! Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the heck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let me hear everything you really think. I'm sure I'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me as if she's noticed I was standing there. Bean, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Agree. Natsuki. 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 Hi. How you doing? How's your day? You do anything cool today? I was playing games. What about you? I actually can't click out. There we go. Hey Bean. Why don't we step outside for a little... Natsuki? Nope. Okay. That's terrifying. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even corrupt my own 2 club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk, her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Bean, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow, completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you could go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be a last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me to be around for something, Yuri. It's not like that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Bean. It would be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. Alright, well, it's over. Alright, let's go ahead, exit out of the game. Exit DDLC. And then we'll go ahead and quit here. That was pretty fun.